Well, I had a corporate career before I was a rabbi. I'm a midlife career change rabbi. I was a systems analyst at Wells Fargo Bank in San Francisco for 20 years. You know the Dilbert comic strip? Guy working in a cube. You know, the level of malarkey is up to the ceiling always. That was my that was my work situation. You know, spend all day sitting in meetings discussing why the work isn't getting done. Gee, because we're always in meetings. So 20 years of that, I had a sense of no impact. I mean, it was decent pay, pleasant office surroundings, nice coworkers. I was in San Francisco, which is a little more vibrant of a place to live than Morgantown, West Virginia. There for 20 years. You think anybody remembers one thing? I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to change the world in some small way. So you know, on my 47th birthday, my father of blessed memory called me and he said, "Are you happy at the bank?" I said, "Not really." He said, "What would you like to do?" I said, "I think I'd like to go to rabbinical school." "Why don't you do it?" I said, "I'd do it if I was younger." He said, "You are younger." But my family wasn't very observant. This was on the door and a facetious Terefetic Passover Seder once a year, and that was about it. Nobody ever said a blessing or lit a candle or went to synagogue, ever. I had, I was raised Christmas tree reform, as I tell people. It was a secular Jewish home, but a secular Jewish home in New York 50 years ago and a secular Jewish home in West Virginia today, it's a whole different kind of secular. True, nobody ever went to synagogue, but there was a daily discourse about the Jewish experience and the Jewish predicament and Jewish celebrities and what it meant to be Jewish and how it felt to be Jewish. The word Jewish was uttered 100 times a day at my childhood home, whereas the kids in my Sunday school today, I'm sure they never hear the word Jewish except when they're in the synagogue. You know, I went to Jewish day camp. I had a smidgen of Hebrew school and a sort of a minimalist bar mitzvah. We knew we were Jewish in a way that Reformed Jews don't today, you know. They say I was bar mitzvah in 1969, the year of Woodstock, which is why I'm such a groovy guy. And then I took a 20-year vacation from even that minimal Judaism that I'd been raised with. But in my 30s in San Francisco, somebody told me about an alternative hip downtown synagogue, and I impulsively went and joined, and then I became a regular, and I started to, chair committees and lead services and teach classes, and I served on the board and everything, and then at some point there was nothing left to do but go to rabbinical school. I began to understand that this was my real career, that the thing I was doing to make money was just treading water. I applied for 36 pulpits, easy, and this was the one that came through. It's in a university town, nice people, brainy people. I have a very intellectual flock. Everybody's academics and professionals. It's a very high IQ congregation. It's great. I get to use all my big words.